Hello everyone, I'm Richard.
I'm Yuting.
I'm T. And
today our topic is fake news.
Has anyone ever seen the blue object in the picture? This is a kind of toilet cleaner, and it is often put in the cistern of the toilet. Some people use them to clean toilets instead of using toilet brush because they are much more convenient to use. But do you know that using this kind of toilet cleaner will cause cancer? The elements of the cleaner involve a lot of carcinogens and something that could cause cancer. The scary story might stop you from buying them when you visit Costco next time. But actually, the information I just said was fake. If you believe what I said without suspicion, you might share this wrong information with others, and they might even post it on social networking platforms. Can you imagine how fast fake information could spread and how influential it could be? So, we are going to introduce fake news in these 4 parts. A case about fake news, how fake news spread, effect caused by fake news, and finally, things we should do.
Firstly, I am going to tell you a true story. This happened in September 2018. Su Qicheng was the director of Taipei Economy and Cultural Office in Osaka. It was a stormy night. Typhoon Jebi hit Osaka. The next day, September 5th, Kansai Airport evacuated tourists by buses and ships. But at that time, there was a post on the internet claiming that the buses were sent by the Chinese embassy. In the following hours, more and more related posts were released on social media, including some fake videos and pictures. They told the public that China's government rescued some Taiwanese along with their people. According to these posts, the government of Taiwan simply did nothing. On September 6th, news media began to report the fake news, and even the senior officials started to hold Su Qicheng accountable. With more and more critical voices, on September 14th, he committed suicide at home. The truth was revealed after his death. China hadn't sent any buses. In this chart, we can see the number of posts on fake news reached 500 on the first day. On the next day, it quickly exceeded 600 posts in total. Considering the rapid spread of the misinformation, must have put Su Qicheng under great pressure. In this generation, we can easily obtain information and exchange it on social media. It's not a bad thing, but most people often speak without thinking, which leads to lots of tragedies. So, what are the negative effects fake news have on our society?
For example, in this picture, you can see a huge number of bananas thrown to the roadside. And then you may think the price of bananas must be very low. But actually, it was an old picture taken in 2007 and was posted again in 2018. After seeing this picture, everyone would believe that bananas were very cheap at that time. Therefore, the acquirers could bargain with the farmers for cheap ones. In the end, the farmers thus earned less money than they deserved and fell victim to fake news. During the COVID-19 pandemic, a lot of misinformation about the pandemic popped up, such as the sites visited by infected people. To warn our friends and family, many of us spread the wrong information immediately, which further prompted more fear in the community. Although we did it entirely out of kindness, the panic among the public had been triggered. Like Su Qicheng's case, which was mentioned previously, fake news made him commit suicide in just a few days. Those who spread fake news probably had never thought that the words online could bring destruction to one's life and shatter families. This is the statement written by his family, and it says Su Qicheng was unwilling to bear the defamation, so that he decided to end his life because of fake news. Although we don't create fake news, there's a possibility that we promote the spread of it. Those who create fake news on purpose will be the maker. The transmitter will then share it and post it on mass media, prompting it to be seen by more people. As a receiver, we get a lot of information directly from mass media. Then, like Yuting said, most people send information out before thinking, becoming a transmitter again, which further helps the fake news spread. Then, how can we avoid spreading fake news?
You can consider the following methods. First, always be aware of exaggerated title. If the title sounds sensational, like 800,000 people around the world spread the message madly, or I was stunned after reading it, it might be fake news. Next, we can check the source of the information with the help of convenient checking tools, such as message verification offline. We can make good use of them to examine the credibility of each message received. Then, this is the most important point. Never send out message you are not sure of, like what Yu Qian and Yuting had mentioned before. The reason why fake information could spread quickly and easily is that most people spread the message without thinking. Therefore, you should think twice before you act. As an internet user, we have a great responsibility when passing messages.
It is crucial that we investigate whether the information is true or not before pressing like or share.
In fact, with one click, we can have great impact on someone's life, and maybe even on the world. And
that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for attention.
Yes, thank you for bringing us such a wonderful presentation in which you call our attention to this very significant issues that is challenging Taiwan today. And I love the way you use very alarming and shocking examples that we still can remember, showing us the effect of fake news. And I think your presentation is very organized, and you use tangible cases and specific steps that we can take to prevent the steps that we can do. But I like all of your presentation. But one thing I would like to mention is that I think this is a huge topic that you can dig deeper into. For example, in one of your slides, you talk about how the fake news is created or spread. Yeah, but I think maybe you should consider this part. I think you should also consider doing some research on the idea or the concept of 内容农场, content from, and I think that who is the sponsor, who organize, who support financially this kind of company, and I think you might discover more and give your future audience a more thorough understanding of this very important issue. Thank you.